Welcome to CineMyles, the show for cinephiles. I'm your host, Miles Hughes. I'm joined tonight by Mr. Jan Buksar. And we just saw Nocturnal Animals, which stars Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal, and is about 3 movies going on at once. I liked one of them.
I liked 2 of them.
Like 2 of them? That's fair. I'd say maybe 1.5. It comes to us from Tom Ford, the fashion designer turned director who previously did A Single Man, which I think has Colin Firth's greatest performance.
Yeah, and probably one of Julianne Moore's.
Yeah, definitely. That's an amazing, beautiful movie. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. This one is very different. You can tell it's still one of his films. Like, it's got that thing where every single shot looks like it was beautifully composed, like magazine cover.
Oh, absolutely.
Like production design to within an inch of its life. It's really beautiful to look at. Really beautiful to listen to. One of the best scores I've probably heard all year. Very attractive actors throughout. There's a lot of really beautiful sensorial stuff going on.
Oh, but those opening credits.
And the opening credits. Okay, so do you want to tell us what the opening credits contain?
Okay. If you've ever seen any of Leonard Nimoy's photography work, at the end of his life, he was photographing large, and I mean large, women in the nude. This movie begins with opening credits, naked women bouncing and jiggling and
Well, and they've got like sparklers and they're in like 4th of July get up, except that they're naked.
Oh.
It goes on, but it's like got this beautiful like orchestral score that sounds like it belongs in a Hitchcock movie.
Yes!
Or like Casablanca or something. Like this really classical, beautiful score.
Like, and it's just so weird.
And you're listening to all this, and I'm sure you're wondering, all right, well, what point is the movie trying to make by having an opening credit sequence of all these obese women? I would also like to know that. I would be very interested to find out if there's an answer to that question.
I don't think there is. I think it's... I've no clue. I really don't. And if anybody out there has a clue, please
let us know. It's hard to be super confident that it knows the point it's trying to make. We won't get into specific details, but it does end in a way that makes you wonder if there was an extra 5 to 10 minutes that, like, accidentally got left on the cutting room floor. Like, not even an artistic decision, like somebody just straight up forgot. Some movies will have an abrupt ending, and that's not a terrible thing. Like, I think of movies like RoboCop or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, not that they're comparable in any way, but they do have endings that just, the movie knows when it's over and it, gets out of there.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't end so much as it just straight up stops.
Unfortunately, without giving too much away, there's no resolution.
There's really, it's clearly what I like to call a FUFIO ending, which is an acronym for F you, figure it out. Where it does not hold your hand at all, it does not spell anything out, it leaves you to determine from what you've seen up until now what the point of everything was.
The thing I had a problem with was, after a while, it was just so much atmosphere. If I saw one more Texas vista, long shot of a vista, I was like, please go, move it along.
Well, because it has the same sort of pacing as A Single Man. It's much more about mood and atmosphere and sort of setting these things. I really thought the juxtaposition was effective between, you got Amy Adams living this, fashion
modern art life,
living in a McMansion or whatever, and having servants wait on her, and everything's so clean and pristine, and her shower is like she's in a rainforest. It's all this insane stuff. And then you cut to this book she's reading by Jake Gyllenhaal, who's her ex-husband, and it's like this gritty, grim, like No Country for Old Men, Hell or High Water. You see the flies everywhere, and even that's, detailed to within an inch of its life. So, the contrast is interesting, although the movie does kind of lean into it a lot, to the point where you get past the halfway point and you think that might be the movie's only trick. Because there's a lot to like, but you keep waiting for the plot to kick in, because like I said, there's 3 plots.
Yes.
There's Amy Adams gets this manuscript from her ex-husband. The second plot is the book that the manuscript is, and then we also get flashbacks of their relationship together before things went south.
And the thing about it that makes parts of the movie work very well are the performances, because you have these great actors kind of popping in and out. Michael Shannon as the sheriff, the Texas sheriff, is great.
I would say he steals the show. I'd say he
yes.
stands out for sure. And he is kind of the most interesting and understandable character. You get his motivation. You know, he's got an interesting dynamic. He doesn't feel super generic.
But interesting to me is the fact that Aaron Taylor Johnson, who plays the villain in the piece, is the one that got the Golden Globe nomination.
Yeah, and I think he's good in so much as he was fine as Kick-Ass, but then he was really bad in Godzilla, and he was really bad as Quicksilver, and so I'd kind of just sort of given up on him. He's definitely memorable in this. He's much more interesting and compelling than I would have guessed.
Laura Linney gives a great little cameo performance.
Yeah, she's great in like one scene. Michael Sheen is great in like one scene.
Totally wasted though. I wanted to see more of him.
Yeah, that was a fun character.
Him and Andrea Riceborough. I was like,
oh my gosh,
they're gone.
And no, they're only in that one bit. It's really weird. Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal were good in the sense that they're always good and they're always interesting actors. I didn't feel like either of them had very strong characters to play.
Tom Ford just loves her face. I mean, clearly just keeps focusing on her eyes.
I would say 65% of the footage of this film is just like her lying in bed staring at the ceiling, close up on her face.
Yeah,
maybe at an angle this time.
Or in the shower, or in the bath.
There's a lot of really weird moments, like almost accidental comedy.
Yeah.
My favorite is when she's walking through the one art installation and she walks past a painting that's literally just the word revenge. The movie's not subtle, but at the same time it's too subtle, and it's tough to explain how frustrating it is without giving away the ending, which I won't do, because as weird as it is, I can tell it's just going to be one of those that some people like it for its ambiguity, and there is an element of you do just have to, you know, think about it.
Yeah, some movies do age well, and you see them again and again later on down the line, and you think, oh, I do really like this. I didn't think I was going to like this the second or third time. And
right.
This might have that effect. I don't know.
It's hard to say. Would you recommend this film?
I would if you're interested in the design of it, the music, all of that stuff is really, if that's the sort of thing you're going for, you'll enjoy this.
Yeah.
You know?
I would give it a cautious recommendation. I think you really, not to say you want to like spoil it for yourself, but it's worth kind of looking into and sort of gauging if you think it's your thing, because if it's not your thing, you're going to be super bored and you're just going to not get much out of it. And even if it is your thing, you may still be sort of scratching your head wondering what it's all about. But the performances are strong and the score is fantastic, and I can't say enough good things about the production design and the way it's shot. The editing I thought was really interesting. I don't know if it's a particularly great film, but it is a film that's worth studying.
I think in some ways it's very much a second film from a great director.
So Nocturnal Animals, check it out or don't. Thank you very much for watching CineMyles. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, do all those fun things. Thank you for joining me.
You're very welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
My pleasure. And we will see you all on the flip side. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.